The Wake County Board of Commissioners' highest priority goals for 2011 focused on the economy, jobs, and investments. The board maintained the property tax rate at 53.4 cents in the FY12 budget, meeting its #1 goal. The county also worked with Wake Technical Community College, the Wake Economic Development Program, and other partners to attract new jobs. Most notably, Red Hat announced plans to move its headquarters to downtown Raleigh, adding 540 new positions in addition to the 750 that were created in the last few years. Red Hat was not the only company to add jobs last year. WakeMed brought 461 positions to 3 locations. Strategic Behavioral Health brought 250 positions. Biogen brought 300 positions, and Lord Corporation brought 117 positions. Together, the county and its partners also retained jobs and provided training to individuals in transition, earning accolades along the way. Last year, Forbes.com ranked Raleigh as the #1 best place for business and careers for the 4th time of the past 5 years. The Triangle was named the #5 metro area for growth since the recession and #5 on the best cities for educated workers.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion on the table to move the second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
In an effort to encourage business investment and reinvestment while preserving important public policy objectives, in August, the Board of Commissioners eliminated the Recreation Land Area Contributions Ordinance. The action means that builders are no longer required to dedicate land or provide funds for recreation land when a residential development is established. This ordinance resulted in higher development costs, yet resulted in only a minimal impact to open space preservation. Open space preservation remains an important priority for the board and will be accomplished through the voter-approved bond program. In 2011, the board also removed the 10-acre minimum for commercial recreation facilities, such as fitness centers and recreational fields, a change that is expected to allow more businesses to be able to invest in Wake County. There were also changes in the standards for temporary outdoor seasonal sales for things like Christmas trees, fireworks, and pumpkins by increasing the time that vendors can sell these items from 45 to 90 days. A new process allows commercial building applicants to meet with county review staff prior to making an application. This has led to fewer development review issues, getting businesses the permits they need faster. The county created a single electronic commercial construction permit for zoning, building, watershed management, well and septic, and health and safety food establishments, so there is less paperwork for permit applicants. The wait for special use permits, variance hardships, and regular subdivision applications is down by 30%. These changes are all to make it easier for businesses to provide services in Wake County. In the areas of educational capital and infrastructure, work has begun to develop a capital program for 2012 to 2017. It will include options to sustain Wake Tech Community College as it grows to accommodate future students and allow Wake Tech to maintain its positions as one of the best community colleges in the nation. The county is working with the school system to become responsible for land acquisition. A partnership for construction is also in the works. Both efforts will save money while maintaining high-quality service. For several years, transportation has been a priority. The county is collaborating with municipal governments, Triangle Transit, regional transportation agencies, and the business community to begin discussions about our long-term transportation needs. The focus in 2011 was on developing a plan for providing efficient and effective modes of transportation for our citizens. The county prepared the plan in partnership with regional transit and planning organizations and all municipalities. It is derived from the Capital Area Bus Transit Development Plan and the Alternatives Analysis for Rail. 2011 was the first full calendar year for consolidated animal sheltering in Wake County. More people in the community are using the Wake County Animal Care, Control, and Adoption Center's services and visiting the facility. The center has successfully focused on efforts to expand the rescue program, animal foster program, and volunteer programs. The center continues to see increases in adoption and reclaimed animal rates. In 2011, the center also addressed a number of challenges, including a rabies incident, euthanasia practices, and a leadership transition. The center has new initiatives in motion and is building on trends to provide positive outcomes for animals. In 1992, Wake County enacted an occupancy tax on hotel and motel rooms and prepared food and beverages. The uses of funds are administered by Wake County on behalf of all stakeholders identified in an interlocal agreement with the City of Raleigh. Amendments to the interlocal agreement distribute tax revenues to various programs that generate tourism and draw visitors to the area. Significant projects include the RBC Center, Raleigh Convention Center, Five County Stadium, Cary Sports Facilities, North Carolina Museum of Art, and the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. An interlocal review of project funding was conducted in early 2011, and recommendations were presented at a joint meeting of the Raleigh City Council and Wake County Board of Commissioners in April. The review identified the need for additional information to be developed in 2011, including an updated capital maintenance plan for the RBC Center, a capital maintenance plan for the Raleigh Convention Center, an interlocal agreement with the town of Cary, and a benchmarking study for the Raleigh Convention Center. These action items are to be completed in early 2012, and an additional review will be conducted. In 2011, the county continued working on goals from prior years. After 16 months of work and meetings, including input from more than 60 members, the Sustainability Task Force completed its work and compiled a report examining water resources conservation and management, solid waste reduction and management, and energy conservation and management. The full report is now online. Working to achieve the Board of Commissioners' goal of improving mental health care, WakeBrook began accepting patients in 2011. The facility allows behavioral health consumers to have access to many levels of care, from outpatient visits to intensive inpatient treatments. The two-building campus represents Wake County's priority for quality mental health services. In the last year, the county has also begun building partnerships to allow us to continue to provide these important services in a cost-efficient manner for years to come. Wake County Human Services continues its transformation from a traditional social services model to a human capital development model, focusing on the human side of the economy. Overall, there has been tremendous progress as the county has developed new venues, new partnerships, and new ways to reach out and promote human capital development. More than 1,130 people enrolled in human capital development programs in 2011. The third benchmark report for the Middle Class Express, or MCE, participants indicates that 174 participants have enrolled. 74% of participants who have been in the program 12 months or more are currently employed. Only 22% were employed when they started the program. About 150 people participated in educational sessions and life coaching consults in the first half of 2011. The Middle Class Express program was honored with the National Association of Counties 2011 Achievement Award and the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners Prioritization Award in 2011. The Public Health Committee of the Human Services and Environmental Services Board adopted obesity as its major health priority this year. As a result, more than 125 local leaders came together in March to take part in the county's first Health and Wellness Summit, called Winning the Obesity Battle. The event highlighted the work that is currently being done to battle obesity and provided a forum for resource providers to find ways to collaborate. The Wake County Gang Prevention Partnership received a 3-year federal comprehensive anti-gang intervention grant for gang prevention, enforcement, and reentry through a coordinated effort for neighborhood transformation. The effort has been successful in establishing a strong network of partners dedicated to serving youth in the targeted areas. During the 3 years of partnership, the target area has seen a 40% decrease in all gang-related crimes, including decreases in robberies, assaults, and drug sales. The Board of Commissioners has worked with the Wake County Public School System and Wake Technical Community College to develop operating budget strategies that do not require increasing the property tax rate, yet sustains education as a priority here in Wake County. Education funding comprises more than 1/3 of the county's budget. The fiscal year 2012 budget increased the appropriation for the Wake County Public School System by $908,000 for a total appropriation of more than $314.4 million. Wake County's commitment to Wake Tech also maintained a $16 million appropriation for fiscal year 2012. Wake County has received the highest possible financial rating from Moody's since 1973, Standard & Poor's since 1983, and Fitch's since 2000. However, as the financial markets changed and the national debt became an issue in early 2011, Wake's AAA credit rating status came under scrutiny by Moody's rating agency, as did many state and local governments. An evaluation was conducted by Moody's, and in December, the county's AAA rating was affirmed to be stable. Wake County continues to hold a AAA rating with all 3 rating agencies. Changes in 2011 made Wake County's EMS and fire rescue services more efficient. The county worked with EMS contract agencies to consolidate services at Six Forks EMS and continue to work to evaluate the Fire Commission's criteria for replacing fire stations and consolidating services in the unincorporated areas of the county. The county reached an agreement with the Bailey Fire Department in the northern part of the county on a new first station and a reuse of an old station. As fire protection services in the unincorporated areas are performed mainly by not-for-profit corporations, the county's focus remains on protecting citizens and property and ensuring fiscal accountability to our taxpayers. The county initiated changes with some fire departments to improve fiscal accountability. Urban county leadership also remained one of the county's priorities in 2011. Wake County was the recipient of 6 national awards at the National Association of Counties annual conference. 5 awards were presented by the National Association of County Information Officers and 1 award by the National Association of Counties. Commissioner Joe Bryan served as president of the North Carolina Association of Counties. In early 2011, Wake County hosted the NCACC Clerks Conference. The county has also begun planning to host the North Carolina Association of Counties annual conference in the summer of 2012. In January, the Board of Commissioners approved a legislative agenda for the long session of the General Assembly. Many of the county's goals were achieved during the session, including minimal impacts from state budget cuts, the elimination of the charter school cap, authorization to modify Wake County Commissioner districts, and no changes to collective bargaining legislation. Progress was made towards all of the Board of Commissioners' 2011 goals. However, work continues on many, and continued progress is expected in the next year.